My opinion on clothes. What is my opinion on clothes, you ask me? Of course, I'm talking about fragrance clothes. Well, I know this guy who is very against clones, for sure. And there are both pros and cons when it comes to clones. Pros, of course, we know they are most obvious ones, and that clones are cheaper than the originals, and that you get kind of the same kind of quality or almost the same kind of quality, same kind of smelling perfume with for far less money. And these companies have become very good at making clones, especially these Middle Eastern ones like Latafa and Armaf and Afnan. And yeah, so that's true. On the other hand, I can see why people are, certain people might be against clones as well. I mean, why are clones made? When did they get so big? I mean, I believe probably in the last 5, 6, 7 years, I think. And because it all started pretty much, or maybe even earlier with Aventus. We know that Aventus is what began this whole clones wave, Yes, Aventus came out in 2010. It was a massive hit. It was, I myself feel it is definitely overhyped, but it was very popular, very successful, and like everybody kind of had to have it. Everybody that was a serious fragrance enthusiast, to put it that way, had to have that one. However, of course, the drawback was that it cost really a lot. I mean, just the smaller of the two bottle sizes cost well to over $200, while the big one cost still does like $500 around there. So to pay 500 for a fragrance, yeah, it's steep, right? And so these companies that I mentioned and a few others, I'm sure, they came with the bright idea of, oh, why don't we make our own kind of Aventus, but we'll sell it for much cheaper price. And that's how it began. Yes. So let me tell you one thing. I know people who don't like clones are these purists, They are purists, and they are, their argument, I guess, is that this isn't really the same quality, and it is like, a desecration of the original works, whatever. And so yeah, I mean, it is like they feel that these clones are making it like all seem cheap about price, and I mean cheapening the whole idea of niche fragrances. They are not supposed to be cheap. They are a luxury item, and they are not meant to be for you know everyone as they see it. It is, of course, a very elitist kind of view, and some, I don't know, some just don't think clones are very good. Some don't feel that their quality is good enough. Like maybe for instance, they can smell the same or almost the same as the original. However, in the long run, you see maybe you can feel the difference that they are kind of don't have maybe the same longevity, or they lose the original scent too quickly, or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe the scent doesn't develop like with the original, for instance. Maybe. However, I think it is a good. It, the clones are definitely there for a good reason. You know, I mean, all of us who think that it is outrageous to ask for so much money and for a single bottle of perfume, like $500 or even more, you know. And it's like, had it been like 200 ml, I would have understood, but it's like 100, 120, maybe sometimes even less, I don't know. And yeah, it is just outrageously expensive. And yeah, so I listen. This is my to make this short and sweet. This is my view on it. Right, good. It's all right to like clones. It's all right to buy clones because you don't want to waste so much money on that, but you also want to smell luxurious, and why not? Why not me? You say, why not me? I don't earn that much. But I want to smell good once in a while, at least, when I go out to dinner with my wife or whatever, go to theater, to wherever. Um, so yeah, why should it be just for the rich, for the elite, So yeah, indeed, why indeed? So yeah, that was. I feel it is a good thing, But on the other side. I don't like all these influencers who kind of claim that clones are the real thing, that they should, that everyone should buy clones and yada yada, and I mean, I don't think they are because they are a copy, they are clones, and though these perfumers have done a good job, trying to replicate the original perfumes that are way more expensive. Um, it's just sometimes it feels like that yeah, I'm not in a possession of of an original. I'm in possession of a copy, and as I said, it feels cheap. Feels kind of not not quite the same. It doesn't give you the same kind of feeling of owning a clone as of owning an original. Same with clothes, for instance. So yeah, I mean, I am definitely not against clones. However, I think Aventus has had enough clones, definitely, and Creed. I mean, in general, because their fragrances are usually way too expensive for a common man to afford. So yeah, it is. I mean, it is good that there are certain other cheaper alternatives out there that are available, and that as long as you are satisfied, the bottom line is doesn't matter if it's not an original, as long as you are satisfied and you feel it smells just as good. Probably, I mean, maybe you have tried the original, maybe probably, but you couldn't buy it or wouldn't buy it because you thought it was too expensive. So yeah, of course, by all means, yeah. So yeah, however, I feel for influencers to hype up these clones, that's another thing. Influencers should not really hype them up as if they were even better than the original or something. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, call it what it is. Let's be honest. It is a clone. It is a cheaper, copy of something more exclusive and luxurious. So yeah, of course, just call it what it is, and everybody will be happy. Don't try to pretend, oh yeah, this is a clone, but it's just as good. I mean, like it's the same thing, only cheaper. Maybe some of them can be. Maybe I'm not saying it's impossible, but probably. I mean, it is hard that I wouldn't really believe that a clone can be just as good in every way as a really good niche perfume like original. So yeah, those were my views on clones. Thank you for watching and see you soon.